This is a song about a man from Junction City, Kansas. A truck driver for the Red Ball Express who decides that he has to go to the Lower East Side to get some hippie nookie. It's called the Belle of Avenue A. He was just a lonely truck driving man, driving all night long. But did he know how soon his tears would fall for the Belle of Avenue A? He drove through the tunnel in his Big Mac truck, driving hard from Kansas. He told all his buddies at the Junction City truck stop he was gonna get some hippie nookie. But did he know how soon his tears would fall for the Belle of Avenue A? He saw her standing in a midnight blue lace gown. He saw her standing in a midnight blue lace gown. Yeah, he could see her pretty naked nipples under the mesh. And she had a button, love is God, pinned to her sleeve. And he started talking to her in hieroglyphic Hittite. And he told her she was the prettiest girl he'd ever seen, waving a wand of incense, burning on Avenue A. Well, his heart was beating like a bumpy butterfly, his stomach was an empty fire. But did he know how soon his tears would fall for the Belle of Avenue A? Hey, they walked together talking, and she reached out to hold his hand. And he trembled with joy as she scratched his lifeline with her silver Tibetan fingerstall. And she asked him to come up to her house, and he leaped up her steps like they was on fire. And she had an Indian hemp plant blooming on the windowsill, an electric toothbrush by the bed, and on the stroboscope was a tiny push-up bra made from the eyelids of an elephant. He was just a lonely truck-driving man, driving all night long. But did he know how soon his tears would fall for the Belle of Avenue A? They kissed and passed between their mouths a silver-tongued marble, and he went out of control. Fell to his knees, and she touched his zipper and recited a sex charm from the Book of the Dead. And she caressed him with her feet, and somehow she got his Levi's off with her toes. And then she wriggled out of her lace, covering herself with ready whip and a spiraling flourish. And she stood there, and she had a white pebble in her navel, and she said to the lonely truck driver, "Love me and pray to my body. Love me and pray to my body." And the lonely truck driver to her in reply did say, "I don't want no other love, I'll be true to you. You're the prettiest gal I've ever seen, my Belle of Avenue A." She lay back into the zebra skin rope harness and pulled her truck driver lover down into her entwining arms. And she wrapped herself around with hundreds of bright ribbons. And she beamed in on him with a tube torque. And he painted pretty prairie flowers on her stomach with a suma brush. And later on they lay in a bathtub of Mazola oil. And finally he grew exhausted and fell asleep in her loving arms, while she stared onward into the night, drinking from her Aramaic chalice and thrilling herself with an onyx-handled taper snout. He told all his buddies at the Junction City truck stop he was gonna get some hippie nookie. But did he know how soon his tears would fall for the Belle of Avenue A? When he woke up he told her he loved her, and he wanted to live with her forever and ever and ever and ever. And she looked at him, and she held his hand, and she dealt out the tarot cards. She studied the I Ching for many minutes, and she asked him what his sign was. And finally, looking deep into his eyes, she held his hand and said, "It's not in the cards. All things say adios, and the purple flowers and the green flowers melt in the void." Well, he reeled in his dick and he headed for the door, filled with an awful of shit. She can suck on a purple donut, buddy, I'm gonna split for home. But the misty tears fell down his face. He He drove through the turnpike and he headed south, driving hard for Kansas. But the misty tears fell down his face for the Belle of Avenue A. Yes, the misty tears fell down his face for the Belle of Avenue A. He never thought the tears would ever stop for his midnight lace dress incense goddess, the Belle of Avenue A.